Now that we know that Copilot for Microsoft 365 can make very simple Excel formulas on your behalf, in this video, let's take things up a notch. Hello, my name is Paresh and you're watching 365 Pros. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, well, you should, and also click on the bell icon so that you get notifications of my upcoming videos. So let's get started. Now, if you have been following my videos, you will notice that this is the exact file or example that I was using in my previous video. Now, here's the use case. Let's say your manager gave you this file, which again shows you revenue by month and year. And there is another sheet over here called index match, where the user can specify a year and a month. And what we expect is Excel should automatically figure out the revenue that corresponds to that year and month from this particular sheet. Okay. Now, in this example, the period that we have chosen is February 2022. So the revenue should be somewhere around 92,048. So this should be the answer. All right. Now, if you have a basic knowledge in Excel, you would know that we need either a VLOOKUP or an index match formula. But what we want is we want Copilot for Microsoft 365 to do that for us. All right. So what we need is a good prompt engineering that requires us to set a correct context in Copilot Microsoft 365. So the first thing that we need to give Copilot for Microsoft 365 is the context. Okay. So let's just go to our Copilot for Microsoft 365 and start providing the context. Okay. So over here, I have provided the context where I say I have a revenue data in Excel file in a sheet called Simple Formula 1 and 2. So this is the name of the sheet. All right. And this is our data. And then I specify that the data is from A1 to D13, which is A1 to D13. All right. So this is the set of data that we are going to use. So we have to provide a proper context to Copilot. Now, cells A2 and A13 list out the month, and cells B1 and D1 list out the years. So that's what I have given as a context. All right. So this is the data, this is the sheet name, this is the data, this is the column for month, and these are the column for years. All right. All right, so we have given the context. So the next thing we need to do is write a prompt, and we need to be very specific as well. So over here, I provide the prompt and I say in another sheet, I have a specific year in the cell B4. And if I go to my another sheet, in B4, I have the year, and in C4, I have the month. All right. So I specify here that I have specific year in cell B4, a specific month in cell C4. Please write a formula for me in D4 that gives me the revenue after a user specifies a specific year and specific month in cells B4 and C4. So what that actually means is what I'm asking Copilot for Microsoft 365 to do is provide me a formula that if the user specifies the year and a month, it automatically picks up the right revenue from this particular sheet and provides it over there. All right. So let's just see if Copilot for Microsoft 365 can do that. All right. So let's just click on send. All right. Great. So when we click on send, Copilot for Microsoft 365 comes up with a formula with a set of assumptions and explanation on how the formula works. So it's not only the formula, but it also is specifying, okay, these are my assumptions and this is the explanation of this particular formula of how it would work. All right. So it gives you much more information. Now, all we need to do is we can copy this particular formula and use it in our Excel file. All right. So let's just go to our Excel file and specify the formula over here and click on enter. And there you go. You got the right answer, 92,048. So let's just see. So for February 2022, as you can see, for February 2022, the answer is $92,048. All right. Okay. All right. So let me just see if this formula actually works. Let me provide a different month. Let's say March 2021. All right. So if I go to 2021 and there's March, and the answer is 94,207, and for 2021 March is 94,207. So we know that our index match works. All right. Now this formula can be classified probably as an early intermediate formula. However, Copilot for Microsoft 365 did that for us in seconds, right? Now, the only hard part that we found was, to how to provide the correct prompt and context. Again, making sure the prompt having a context and specifics is enough to give you the right formula. Now, the cool thing about this is that we can make modifications as well. For example, if you do not want to use index match and just want to use VLOOKUP, so all we need to do is we can just provide the prompt over here. So what we can say is, don't use index match, use VLOOKUP instead, all right? And click on enter. And there you go. So you have the VLOOKUP formula for you, again, with the whole explanation of how it is being used. And what you can do is just copy this particular formula and use this over here instead of VLOOKUP. So I can just go over here and paste the formula, and there you go. So if I want to check my answers, so let's say we want April 2020. Okay, so let's just go 2020 and April, and the answer is 87,479. So the answer over here is 87,479. So we know that the formula works, right? So I hope you like this video. Why don't you go ahead and try it for yourself? We'll meet you in the next video. Bye for now.